Kier Rodney Sarmar was born on September 2, 1962, in Southwark, a borough of London. He was the second of 4 children in a working-class family. His parents, Rodney Sarmar and Josephine Baker, were deeply influential in shaping his character. Rodney worked as a toolmaker, a skilled trade requiring precision and dedication, while Josephine was a nurse who battled Still's disease, a severe autoimmune disorder. Her illness was debilitating, and Kier often witnessed her being hospitalized, which left a profound impact on him. The family moved to Oxted, a small town in Surrey, where Kier grew up. Life in Oxted was modest. The family lived in a semi-detached house, and Kier shared a bedroom with one of his brothers. Despite financial constraints, the household emphasized education and hard work. Kier described his parents as being very hardworking, but not particularly political. Kier attended Reigate Grammar School, which was a state school, during his time there before transitioning to an independent school. He was an exceptional student, earning accolades for his academic performance. However, Kier did not have a typical elitist upbringing despite attending a grammar school. He was known for being earnest and determined. During his teenage years, Kier developed a keen interest in music. He was an accomplished violin and piano player, achieving grade 8 in both. Music was a significant part of his life, and he even played in youth orchestras. These experiences demonstrated his discipline and commitment. Kier was politically conscious from a young age. He was inspired by ideas of fairness and justice, which began to form during his teenage years. He became a member of the Labour Party at 16 and was influenced by figures like Tony Benn and Ralph Miliband, whose writings he admired. Kier pursued a law degree at the University of Leeds, graduating in 1985 with first-class honors. His time at Leeds was instrumental in shaping his interest in social justice. The law degree gave him the tools to understand systems of power and their impact on individuals. After Leeds, Kier continued his education at St. Edmund Hall, Oxford, where he studied for a Bachelor of Civil Law (BCL). The BCL is a prestigious postgraduate degree, and his time at Oxford further honed his legal expertise. Despite Oxford's elite environment, Kier remained grounded and focused on his ambitions to serve the public. In 1987, Kier was called to the bar and began practicing law. He joined Doughty Street Chambers, a pioneering firm for human rights law. Kier quickly gained a reputation as a talented and principled lawyer. Kier's work often involved taking on high-profile and challenging cases. Notably, he represented Helen Steele and David Morris in the McLibel case, a libel lawsuit brought by McDonald's. This was one of the longest trials in British legal history, and his defense underscored his dedication to free speech and justice. Kier's expertise extended internationally. He advised countries like South Africa and Northern Ireland on human rights and constitutional law. His work on abolishing the death penalty in several Caribbean nations cemented his status as a global human rights advocate. In 2008, Kier was appointed Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, and head of the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS. This role marked a shift from being an advocate to managing a large organization. As DPP, Kier introduced significant reforms, improved victim support, especially for survivors of sexual violence, modernized the CPS to handle cases like phone hacking and high-profile prosecutions. In 2014, after his tenure as DPP, Kier was knighted for his contributions to law and criminal justice. While he rarely uses the title Sir, it reflects the impact of his work. Kier entered politics in 2015, becoming the Labour MP for Holborn and St. Pancras, a safe Labour seat in London. His maiden speech highlighted his commitment to social justice, inspired by his legal career. In 2016, after the Brexit referendum, Kier was appointed Shadow Secretary for exiting the European Union. He became a prominent figure in shaping Labour's Brexit policy, advocating for a second referendum and protecting workers' rights. Following Labour's defeat in the 2019 general election, Kier ran for party leader. He promised to restore Labour's credibility and unite its factions. He won decisively in April 2020, succeeding Jeremy Corbyn. Kier led Labour to a landslide victory in the 2024 general election, defeating Rishi Sunak. This marked Labour's return to power after nearly 15 years. His campaign focused on rebuilding the economy, tackling inequality, and restoring trust in politics. As Prime Minister, Kier emphasizes strengthening public services, particularly the NHS, promoting green energy, and tackling climate change, bridging divisions within the UK, including addressing Scottish independence demands. Kier is married to Victoria Sarmar, a solicitor. They have 2 children and live in London. Despite his public role, Kier maintains a relatively private personal life. He is also a devoted fan of Arsenal FC. Kier Starmer's journey from a working-class boy to the Prime Minister of the UK is a story of perseverance and commitment. His ability to adapt, whether as a lawyer, prosecutor, or politician, underscores his resilience. Starmer represents a pragmatic, compassionate leadership style, and his tenure as PM will likely shape Britain's path in the coming years. Thank you for watching.